Hello and welcome to Update 21, which introduces the latest generation of Indy cars to the showroom and a new permanent career called the Champion Cup. And it sees the return of previously released featured tours and reward cars. You also get to show off your building skills in the Open Division Rivals, join Top Speed and Cycled Oval meetups, and reorder the starting position of competitors with the manual grid ordering system in private multiplayer, which is absolutely brilliant. Thank golly that is now in the game. With Update 21, you get the 2025 Chevy IndyCar and the 2025 Honda IndyCar are being added to the showroom and can be acquired with in-game credits. These new to motorsport open wheel races will be discounted through to July the 2nd of 2025. Now, with Update 21, we also get a load of changes and improvements. So the first one is featured multiplayer has been reorganized, incorporating player feedback with the goal of providing players with even more variety. Next, we have implemented BOP spec changes to the GT2, GT3, Forza touring cars and Forza Proto H. All this has been implemented thanks to the feedback from the players that use Forza Insiders program. The Challenge Hub menu has been reorganized to more effectively communicate where rewards can be earned as the type of rewards available to unlock. We fixed an issue for players using the Fanatec DD2 racing wheel. All Builders Cup tours are now immediately unlocked, which means you no longer need to compete in the modern tour to access 3 of the other Builders Cup tours. In addition, select Builders Cup series have been updated to feature additional eligible cars and post-launch tracks. A detailed overview of these changes have been included in the release note. There are numerous fixes to the AI behavior and competitiveness in single multiplayer as well. So again, further improvements on the AI system. Heading back to the IndyCar stuff, jump into the all-new IndyCar series in featured multiplayer or check out the IndyCar series in the Thunder Tour in the new Champions Cup career. Step into the world of high-speed excitement in these premier open-wheel racing series, where precision, power and passion collide on the track. Now, for the featured multiplayer on the Indy Spec Series is going to be just like the NASCAR, so we're going to have a GP and an oval in rotation. Also, there's going to be an IndyCar special for the Rivals and Spec Division Rivals category as well. Another element of Forza that has now seen some more love is the career mode. So a new permanent race car focused tour has been added to the career mode in the form of a Champions Cup, the new home of competition in career. Dive into the world of motorsport in a variety of modern and historical race cars. Immerse yourself in the multiple disciplines of events inspired by real-world racing, from one-make series to endurance spectacles. Do these races and complete them to earn some of the most highly coveted reward cars that have been added to the game to date. For example, start your journey in Championship Cup or the One Make Tour. Experience progressively faster and more expensive One Make series and events focused on driver skill and spec car mastery. These will include the Ginetta Juniors, which are brilliant cars to drive, MX5 Cup, KTM Crossbow GT4s, and a Ferrari 488 Challenge and the Lamborghini Challenge. Not only that, you get the Touring World Tour, which is experience in touring car racing, with the second tour of the Championship Cup, Thunder Tour, which is more about V8s and single-seater tours, and so on from there. Now, something I know that has been requested for a little while is being able to replay your favorite tours from before. So you get to newcomers to the game now, get to replay the previous tours that were released earlier on in the game cycle, and being able to unlock those cars that were part of that tour as well, which is brilliant for the players that are just coming in now and are unable to lock those previously locked cars. You can do it again now. Big news on this one though, going deeper into the manual grid ordering. Private multiplayer now includes an option for the host to manually adjust the starting grid prior to the race. This option will be enabled in the event setup menu by default, providing the option to confirm or adjust any driver's starting position, which is absolutely brilliant because some races that we myself have created leaderboards from and would like to be able to adjust players in the race, we've had to jiggle around on the start line and go from there. Well, now you can manually adjust it before the race starts. Absolutely brilliant news and a long-awaited feature. Manual grid ordering can be enabled via the private multiplayer event setup menu in the rules section by switching confirm grid to on. Public meetups is having a small expansion, so they're going to be having Fujimi Kaido track day meetup, top speed track day meetup, which is going to be a cycle of tracks that can push the car to the absolute maximum limit, and cycled oval track day meetups as well. So they're going to be different tracks cycled through, but you can meet up on all of them. Play your favorite multiplayer series. Update 21 feature multiplayer has been recognized, incorporated player feedback with the goal of providing players with even more variety. So featured category has been updated to focus on some of the most important racing series, putting them front and center to all players to easily jump into, including the new IndyCar series. The Spec Series category will now include a number of series cycling between a rotation of one-make staples, such as the MX-5 and Ginetta Juniors, as well as historical Spec Division races. Semi-open events will be semi-category, being able to focus on events that challenge drivers to build and race their own project cars. And open events, finally, one of our top community requests. All open class series have been made permanently available to the open events category, so enjoy, guys. That wraps up for update 21, besides a few new driver suits and things like that. But let's get on to real racing, because this at the moment is the AI driving this, and it's already given me a 1.5 second penalty. My AI driver is absolutely terrible. I have no idea why, but 1.5 seconds, yeah, just get on, bud. You're doing well. But here we are at Laguna Seca, where I'm going to give a quick shout out to my channel members, which are Jeffrey Anderson, Andy Good, Sigmatic, DMC Motorsport, Daniel Adams, John Burns, AK47, and Sapphire. Thank you guys ever so much for supporting the channel. And don't forget, if you enjoy what you are watching here, like and subscribe down below. But we are in the lovely Ford Focus at the lovely Laguna track. Lost a place there. That's not good. Lost two places there as everybody powers into turn one in typical Forza fashion. It's aim and hope, and the last one standing survives. Coming down here for turn two, round this corner now. Tail out kisses the car to my rear left, but we are accelerated away. Now going up the inside of the little fart can to the left, who almost squeezed me off the track, but no harm, no foul. Came in, saw I was there, and backed off out the way. Ruan Clank up in front in the Golf. Don't think was too impressed with the Honda Civic's return to the track in front of them, but not overly fussed. Hopefully that will hold them up and I can start actually climbing back up. Tutor behind in the 308. It's actually nice to see the 308 at this track. You don't really see the 308 very often. Let me know down in the comments below. Is that because the 308 is not as powerful as it once was? Is it slow? Or is it just a little diamond in the rough and nobody really uses it? It'd be great to know what you guys all think. Coming around this corner now, catching up to the Golf with 0.4 seconds away and actually 1 second away from the Golf behind, which is nothing but great news. Come on, buddy, get through this corner. We can go faster than that. Right, I really got to try and get past this Golf up in front. I thought the Golf would have better handling than this Ford Focus, but yeah, I don't know. It's good to see the Golf, actually. You don't really see the Golf all that often either. It's not as common sight as it once was. The Elantra up in front, though, is a very common sight at many of the races. And so is the Honda Civic now, really, because I think the Honda Civic is a very strong contender, as well as the Elantra and the Fart Can, which is the other Hyundai. Who has been Bravo Castle building? There's a lot of smoke. I might as well create my own now. Coming down here, keep over to the right hand side. We already have a first quitter, braking at the 200 board there, down to about 75 miles per hour and accelerated up the hill we go. Now coming to top of this hill, looking out for the right side, just before the 2 board, braking down to about 90 to 100 miles per hour through this section, accelerating out the other side. Golf nearly went off the track there. That was very close. Coming to the top of the hill, braking down to second gear and turning in. We have the battle of the 2 Elantras up ahead. which is going to be quite interesting. Wonder what's going to be happening there. There's smoke up ahead and someone went sideways. I think it might have been that Honda Civic, but they are still on the track. I mean, we're up to position 9, which isn't too bad. I always do like to be in the top 10 at least when it comes to racing, especially in the car that I'm not fully familiar with. Again, the Ford Focus being unique in its own right. Let's put it that way. Coming down here now, we're set at 132. I think we could do better than that. So braking at the cone, starting on the right side, down the second gear, turning in, and kissing the 2 apex on the way through, and out the other side. I do enjoy taking that corner very tight. I don't know, it seems to be a bit quicker. I don't know. Everyone's body's opinion is different. I'm just quicker through that corner by taking it nice and tight. This corner not so much, because the back end decided to have a look at how good the sandcastles were in the gravel pit over there. Coming around in now, braking at a 2 board there, down the 3rd gear, 75 miles per hour, and accelerating out the other side. Up the hill we go. Catching up, maybe. I mean, we're quite far away from Tutor behind, which is 2.6 seconds away. The Mezzian's Tutor's also overtake. Wow, look at the billboards flying. Well done, Civic. I don't know how he actually managed it, to be fair, because usually when I go in there, it's like falling into quicksand, and the Civic managed to just drive through it like it was nothing. I don't know. But Tutor must have overtaken the Golf. Anyway, coming down here, 1 second away from the cars in front. Thankfully, we are the only people on the board at the moment who doesn't have a penalty, which is nothing short of a miracle by the looks of it then. Braking down second gear, kissing the curb on the left, accelerating out the other side. I like dipping over and expanding the width of the track right to the end. When I accelerate and try and keep the car as straight as possible. There's no rush to always get back on the track and not losing any time when you're dipping your toe off sometimes. Braking down a second gear here, really catching up to the 2 cars up in front. I think the Elantra is getting held up by the Honda Civic. So, I mean, because one Elantra's got through, just got to get, well, we've got to get past this Elantra, past the Civic, and then try and catch up to the other Elantra. Easier said than done though, because one Elantra is dipping their toes in the gravel, kicking up smoke, braking down to 3rd gear here, turning in and accelerating out the side. A little bit of tail out happiness and getting it back in control with the throttle pedal. Coming up here, braking at a 2 board now, side by side those 2 cars in front, and the Elantra was up on 2 wheels there. Get on, buddy. Let's go. Give a little kiss, get up the hill, and keep battling with that car up in front. Someone's going to lose here. Sometimes you got to encourage the battles and then pick up the pieces and slip your way through sometimes. It's a well-played move is the way I see it. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. But setting someone else up to do your dirty work sometimes makes your life easy. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't the place I could have made a move either. This car I'm driving, I didn't have enough power to be able to make a move on the Elantra. So it's not a battle that I was going to be able to take, so just easier to make someone else a problem. That's the best way of putting it. Anyway, coming through here, we are start of lap 5. 1 more lap to go after this one. Braking down the 2nd gear here, turning in. I'm not too sure what the Honda Civic driver is saying. They're saying a lot in chat, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But I have voices turned off, and it still popped up for some reason, because that's normal, I guess. Coming around in, because do you know, I would understand, right, if the voices were there and you could press a button on your controller or wheel or whatever that could turn the voices up so you can say, sorry, what did you say, pardon, excuse me, whatever, and you can get them to repeat what they said, but you can't. So if I've got voices turned off, what's the point of having the pop-up? I don't know. I digress. Coming around this corner now, braking 90 miles per hour and up the hill we go. Hopefully things are going to get a little bit more feisty with the Honda Civic and the Elantra. I think the Honda Civic, I don't know, would you call that blocking or defending, swinging left to right? It's different in touring cars. The rules are a little bit different. It's hard to tell. It's more like playing cat and mouse, really. But the Elantra has got through. Well played move right there. Now I just need to also overtake this Honda Civic, who is going to squeeze the life out of my corner here. And, well, not just my corner, we're sharing it. But, yeah, kind of a well-calculated move from the Civic by squeezing me as much as they could. It's the exact same move I would make, and it's perfectly fine. It's just, you lose from that situation when you're the one being squeezed. Breaking down the second gear here, turning in, and hopefully we can actually, on this final lap, try and make a move on the Civic and claim position 7. I mean, at least, though, the least we could get away with is be right up behind them as we cross the finish line. They have a 0.1 second penalty, and gain from that, I guess. But look, got a great run out of that corner now, but I don't have the optimal for this next corner, which is not the best in the world. So coming around here now, and I was hopefully going to try and do a switcheroo there, but I didn't get on the power fast enough. Thus, I lost out. So yeah, having a great battle really, actually, with the Honda Civic. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. Kobu38. If you see this, mate, we had a quite good battle really. I quite enjoyed it. But breaking down a second gear, turning in, and through the corkscrew we go, giving the Civic a little kiss up the back because I was going a lot quicker than they was. Hopefully going to sniff up the inside here, but it wasn't to be. Going to go sniffing up the outside, but brake early, and exactly reason why I braked there. Really, in hindsight, actually, I should have really kept the power on then, because them kissing the apex whilst I was on the apex is not friendly apex, and may have gained a position from there. Let me know what you think down in the comments below as we cross the finish line. Do you think I shouldn't have surrendered and let them make their own bed, or do you think I did the right thing and just waited behind? Well, I'll beat him anyway, because they have a 0.4 second penalty. Look at that. Oh, well, I won anyway. What does it matter? Love you all.